Hey guys, check this out. 2 weeks since seeding. How good is this looking? Man, we're nearly in winter and this thing is cruising along nicely. How even is that germination on the outside? Couple of spots we're gonna have to work on today. That's okay, but look at this. Woo! Woo! Ruz, like seriously, you can't ask for much better results than that. Let's work on it. Today we're gonna fert it, put some more seed out, roll it. It's not far off getting a cut too, but well, let's get into it. Yo mate, what up? Welcome to another lawn tip vid. So it's nearly 2 weeks to the day that this has been seeded. Very, very stoked with the results. Now, it's probably sitting at about, I'd say, yeah, it's probably at about 60 mil in height. This grass in this whole area, and very, it's like stupidly even on how the strike rate has gone. There's a couple of thin patches here and there, like this section just here, a little bit thin through that section there, and then a little bit thin here. I've had a bit of wash from this dirty sprinkler just here, but honestly, the amount of wash we had was nothing compared to what we normally get. If you guys went and looked for 4 years ago of how many times I had to overseed it to get to even looking anything near like this, like it took like 6 weeks to get looking at this point, and this even across the board. So there will be a little bit of touching up today, a little bit of overseeding as I was talking about, but it's due for a feed. So it's time to get our lawn tips mix out, which has got our balance, iron and our seaweed in there. Mostly just to help, one, protect against the frost if we get any, but doesn't look like we're getting any for about a month looking on the forecast. And just get some nutrients back in here. Ryegrass is some hungry stuff, so we need to push some nutrients in this to get it thickening up, help it tiller, because it's all just a single plant at the moment. If you look, basically just a single plant across the area. So we want that to thicken up like crazy. But there's mulch in here, so first thing we have to do after we put some seed out is roll it, just to help even out some of the humps and bumps. And I'd say we could probably give this a mow day 14, probably next week, like around that 20-day mark. So what's the step-by-step plan? Now, if you've got yours at this height, like at 50 to 70 mil, and there's a few bare patches, overseed now if you can. Make sure you're keeping the watering schedule up, so you still want to be watering enough just to keep it moist, because some seed can still germinate even at day like 14, believe it or not. So I'm still watering it twice a day because it's cooled off so much, it stays moist the whole time. It's still a little bit wet right now. Fine to walk on at this point. Still birds down here trying to steal the seed, but we're great in that sense. But we're looking at doing overseed, day 14, so that's the first step. With the overseeding, what patches are we actually overseeding? Are we overseeding the whole lawn, or are we just doing the parts that are bare? So it really depends on how much of your seed came up. So for example, this area just here, I wouldn't even think about overseeding in here, because one single plant can bunch out to like, they can go out to like the size of a little small plate, not a dinner plate, but like one of those small like tea plates. I don't know what you call them. Should ask my wife. The places that we do want to overseed are the places that are quite a bit more bare. So let me show you. Come over here. See this spot just here? We've had hardly any germination. There's bits and pieces, like there's some new germination coming up here. I can see a couple of new ones here. Now, this spot here is actually not germinating properly, but it is way too wet. So it's obviously getting way too wet in this section here, and it's actually drowning the seed and not allowing it to get any air. It's just been sitting under puddle the whole time. So I can actually back the amount of water off on this area here. Around it's fine, really, really good germination, but not great there. So we'll put some seed down here, either by hand or with a drop spreader. Now, we won't have to top dress this today. We'll roll it in and let it drop into the mulch. That's still there. But if you were doing this yourself, you can mix up some seed in a bucket. I'll put a bit up on the screen of me doing it in the past, and then just spread it out like that if you're going to be doing it by hand. Otherwise, walk around with the drop spreader and then hand top dress over top. You can also do it that way. Depends on how you want to go about it. But any other areas like this is thick enough. We can see here, completely thick enough. So we do not need to worry about overseeding at all. An area like this, that's got a bare patch like that, I would actually put down some seed and then probably some soil too, just to help hold it there, because that's getting wash from this sprinkler. So I'll keep an eye on this. I may even rip some seed from another area, so I could legit just go, all right, so that's got some nice strong roots, that's in some mulch, and then drop it down in there like that. So that's almost like plugging. You could use a plugger to do this too. Could use a shovel and cut it out, and then you just keep the water up to it and it'll root down pretty dang quickly. But yeah, I am stoked with those results, man. That is impressive how much that's come along. Like seriously, so even across the board. So let's go get some seed. Let's put it out. Here you go. Here you go, mate. Come on. If you are going to be doing this, I highly recommend you use a drop spreader because it won't flick into your garden beds like a broadcast spreader will. We can keep it pretty good along the edges of the green where there's some bare spots. And yeah, that's all the tips I got for you. Let's put it out.
I'm laying down it to compile it. Oh no, I see you only when you're balling. I'll see you in a while, cause this time I will choose you, yeah. Now choose. You know exactly how to look like this. Holding in a bag full of goods and needs. I need a night like this. Knowing it's a risk cause you're using it. You got all your secrets. I can seem to move this thing.
Bro, check out these stripes. How good is that? It's already striping up and it's not even thick yet. So I just love ryegrass, man. That's one of the reasons I went rye, is just because aesthetically, did I say that word right? Who knows, who cares? It looks really, really good. Like, it just has that shiny leaf that just looks pure. So I'm excited for this season, keep the weeds out of it, stay on top of it. Anyway, let's get some fert on it. So we're gonna put out my Pure Balance, Pure Iron and Pure Seaweed, which is great to put on like new turf, new seed, like a week in after putting it out if you really want to. We're actually, I said 2 weeks before, it's actually only 3 weeks. I got my days mixed up because we didn't film anything last week on this area. My bad. So we're nearly at 20 days, so we could have really put fert out a week ago if we wanted to, but the reason I like putting out that mix is the balance will help kick in some growth with the nitrogen that's in there, our 15% of nitrogen. And then our seaweed's going to be great for this root system while it's establishing. And then the iron, the main reason, you don't have to put iron in your mix from the start, but I'm doing it to help with the chlorophyll in the actual leaf itself, just to help protect it a little bit. It's not going to do a ton, but maybe even those little like 5 to 10%ers do make a difference this time of year, just to help protect it against the cold weather. Although we're still getting like 20 degrees here in Orange, which normally we're at like 10, so it's been a good year for seeding this late. Let's get this mix out now. So the amount of ryegrass here is about 800 square meters. So we've gone about 200 mil per 100 square meters of each product. So balance 200 mil per 100 square meters. Same with the iron and same with our seaweed. Now I could go top rate if I wanted to, but I'm just gonna do a little test today, see how it responds at that. And I'll probably follow it up next week with another 200 mil. If I just wanted to do once a fortnight, I'd go a little bit of a higher rate, but I want to keep on it weekly, keep things ticking along. This is great. You can do this when you're establishing a lawn. I wouldn't be applying weekly at like high rates to a lawn that's established, because you start to cause thatch problems and other issues. But if you want to get things ticking along a little bit quicker, get it established quicker, more regular. So that's already starting to green up, man. So we won't water that in for about 4 hours. I want to get some water on this area though, so the seed we put out can actually get some moisture to it and help it germinate. Again, I'm only watering 1 to 2 times a day because it's cooled off so much, but I still want to keep moisture on here, but again, not flood it, which we've found out over that side is not good because the seed doesn't come up properly. It comes up very thin and spindly. The best looking areas here are the ones that were not the driest, but they just didn't flood, if that makes sense. So we'll do another liquid fert next week. As I said, it's already greened up, I reckon. Something about liquid iron. It just kicks in very quickly. So these products are fine to apply on your lawn throughout the whole year. If you guys didn't know, people ask me this all the time. As long as your lawn isn't dormant, as in it's gone completely brown. If you've still got some color in there and a little bit of growth, liquids are the way to go during the cooler months. and then you can use your granulars once things start to warm up. If you're in somewhere like Queensland or got cool season grass in a warmer climate, then you can use granular. You just get more bang for your buck when using liquids this time of year. Anyway, excited to see how this thing progresses over the next week, even after some fert. Once we start mowing this though, it's just gonna start creeping sideways. Anyway, appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next vid.